Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Monday, May the 28th, 2012, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. We are now just a couple of days away from the annual Bilderberg conference, which is set to take place in Chantilly, Virginia, from May 31st to June 3rd. And of course, I'll be there for the duration of the event to provide extensive coverage of that event. And it's shaping up to be one heck of an event. There's a lot of heavy hitters in the field of independent alternative media who are going to be there documenting things, and one of whom is joining us on the line today. We're joined by Rudkowski. Luke, of course, is an activist, independent journalist, and founder of the grassroots organization We Are Change. So Luke, thanks so much for joining us today at Press for Truth TV.
Hey man, it's an honor. You do amazing work as well, and thanks for having me on.
It's my pleasure, man. It's great to have you. So obviously we got Bilderberg coming up in a couple days. I'm getting pretty excited, and I know you're going to be there. So there's a few things I just wanted to get into before we get into that. Your coverage recently of the Chicago NATO Summit, I was paying attention to that, and I was very impressed by your live streaming. I was curious, what's it been like for you getting into doing the live streaming, and what do you think live streaming is going to be like for the future of independent media?
I think it's very important and very key for everybody to get involved with a live streaming, with getting all the applications on their phone and getting aware of the technology that's building and growing very fast. I mean, right now we have the possibility to turn one button on our cell phone on and stream live to the world, unedited, unbiased. There's no editorial spin on anything. All people are seeing is exactly what's coming through your cell phone in real time. And the technology got so good, we finally have a clear HD video of exactly what's happening. There's still some things that you have to learn to make sure you do this well, but it's such an amazing time. I mean, if anything happens, I want to show it live as it happens. You know, people want the fastest, latest thing as it happens, and the best way to do that is to have that live video provided for them. And we've been doing that. I've been doing that for, I mean, We Are Change really started doing that with laptops and firewire cables and microphones and old big cameras. We started doing that all the way back in 2007, 2008 during the presidential candidates races and debates where Matt got arrested live in 2008 for trying to question Rudolph Giuliani's secretary. I was there with him. I got detained. We got put in handcuffs. We were live. I remember Matt being put in the back of the squad car with the audio still running, and Cynthia McKinney and other people watching online trying to find out what will happen to one of our reporters in the back seat of a squad car. And that's it. And it's just amazing because not only does the video hold the people accountable that are in front of you, but it also keeps the person streaming safe. And as you know, doing what we do, it's not a very safe thing, and there's a lot of times that we do face hardships from the people that we do challenge, and the best way to keep yourself safe and making sure they don't set you up or do anything wrong to you or be victims of police brutality is to have that live video there. If a police officer even tries to grab it and throws it and destroys it, it's still out there live, and people watching online will see the video. So it's just amazing and beautiful, and I encourage everybody to grab that cell phone, grab that camera, grasp the technology, and use it for the benefit of society.
Absolutely, and it really does act as such a safety net when you got thousands of eyes and ears attached to you, watching you, basically keeping your back and making sure everything's going okay. Now, something I really should have started with, just for a lot of the viewers here at Press for Truth, just in case anybody is not too familiar with We Are Change, why don't you just break it down a little bit for us briefly? What is We Are Change? What is it all about?
Well, We Are Change is an idea of being the change that you want to see in this world. It's not really a group or an organization or it's just about being the change you want to see in this world positively to benefit society. And one of the ways I see that I could benefit society, and I think everybody else uh, uh, should go down this route, is uh, instead of hating the mainstream media, is being the mainstream media. because I think they're responsible for a lot of the troubles that we're facing. And instead of just pointing fingers and concentrating on the negative and concentrating on they're bad, they're not doing their job, why don't we just, understand that fact, not put all of our energy into it and put all of our energy into actually a solution, into being the media, into providing aspects that they can't provide, that they won't provide, asking questions that they will never ask, asking them, documenting things that they are afraid to document, afraid to talk about. So my main thing is don't hate the media, be the change you want to see in this world. Think about solutions. Stop concentrating on the negativity, on the problems, on how bad things are, because really, it's all about our complicity. If we allow something to happen, if we concentrate on something negative, we are the ones responsible for it. But if we try to build a better world, a better life, we can. If we really believe in it, it's in our hands. It starts with that cell phone. It starts with that video camera. It starts in listening to yourself, listening to your heart, and being the true person you are.
Absolutely, man. I just love that. Why fight the media when you can just become the media? And that's what we've been trying to do here at Press for Truth as well. And I remember last time we hooked up, I believe it was in 2009 when I came down to New York to interview you for United We Fall. And then it was just a year later, you were going to be taking part in my next film, which was Into the Fire, documenting the G20 summit here in Toronto. However, when you were on your way over to my place, you had a little snag at the border there, and they wouldn't let you into Canada. What's the latest on that situation?
Yeah, we were detained, interrogated, and harassed for over 6 hours trying to cover the G20 in Toronto, trying to visit you and link up with you guys and be there. And sadly, the Canadian Border Patrol kind of didn't like me or my friends, and they brought me into the interrogation room after searching through every little sock and underwear they could find. They brought me into the interrogation room, and on their video screens, they had videos of me at the G20 in Pittsburgh, bullhorning the police lines, documenting the police brutality, and they simply asked me about 5 times the same question, started interrogating me. But this is the meat of the story. They said I had an FBI record that I was unaware of, that said I was guilty of a misdemeanor. I was never found guilty of any misdemeanor. I have no criminal record. I was arrested, but my charges were dropped when I tried to question Mayor Bloomberg and illegally detained. Went through a year and a half of court hearings. The hearing got dropped, and 6 months after the hearing got dropped, going to Canada, they said I have an FBI record, that I'm guilty of a misdemeanor. I said, no, I'm not. That's not true. They said, well, we don't care anyway. Now you can't enter Canada for about 10 years. If you try to come in again, we're going to hold you in court and try to trial you. So I'm like, I was just shocked, and it really hurt me because I really wanted to be there with you and to document everything that was going on in Toronto. But it's a sad state of affairs that even right now I want to go to Montreal and cover everything that's happening there. My friend Tim Pool just went over there to document everything. He wanted me to come with him, and sadly I can't do that at all because I still have this ban. And I love the Canadian people. I wish I could be there. Wish I could see you guys, but sadly your country doesn't like me.
Yeah, well, I think they clearly have an idea of who you are and what you're doing, so they pulled up any excuse they could from keeping you from coming into our country and doing the kind of documentations that you do. Now, speaking of which, obviously, very soon from now, the Bilderberg conference is set to take place in Chantilly, Virginia. I know you're going to be there with us as well as a whole bunch of other independent media. I know you got some big things planned for the first day at Bilderberg. Why don't you break it down for everybody? Tell us what we can expect from We Are Change on Wednesday, May 31st.
I mean, after what happened to us in Chicago during the NATO summit, whenever we do get harassed or intimidated or attacked, especially by DHS, after they went after other chapters, myself, and threatened us at gunpoint, when that happens, something automatically flips, and I'm like, either I back down, I'll be afraid, and let them target me, or I could send them a message saying, you mess with me, I'm gonna go all out. in the information war, peacefully, non-violently, but effectively. And that's what I'm going to do the first day of Bilderberg, May 31st, 2012, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I will be going live outside the Bilderberg Hotel, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We'll be live streaming, and then every hour on the hour, I'm going to be releasing a Bilderberg confrontation with either a Bilderberg member or someone in the mainstream media that never talks about Bilderberg. And we're talking about big names here. We got Charlie Rose, who attended the Bilderberg meeting, James Wolfson, president of the World Bank, Lou Dobbs, Paul Azan, former CNN employees, Lawrence O'Donnell from MSNBC, Jill Abramson, the chief editor of the New York Times, all asked about the Bilderberg group. George Pataki, former governor of New York, he's with David Rockefeller in that video. Alan Greenspan, Lord Jacob Rothschild, Ted Turner, Vernon Jordan, Henry Kissinger, Tony Blair. And this is only 1/10 of what I have that I never released. Videos of me one-on-one going up to these people and asking them, what'd you do with this Bilderberg? Why don't you ever talk about the Bilderberg? Why isn't the press covering the Bilderberg? One-on-one, you'll see amazing reactions from each and one of these treasonous individuals. It's going to be a real treat. And we're doing this to hopefully also do a donation drive to help us support us. It's not easy doing this because we have no corporate sponsors. We have no advertisement. We have nobody else telling us what to do. We only survive on you. And we want to stand up and fight back. We're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be harassed. We're going to come back 10 times stronger. 12 new videos, 12 hours of live streaming. It's all on wearechange.org. Check it out. We're ustream.tv/wearechange. We're going to be live. We're going to be releasing amazing, hard-hitting videos. The last one, of course, is going to be the Lord Jacob Rothschild, and it's really going to be a special treat, and I hope really everybody enjoys it. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. And we want to send a message back to the establishment. You mess with us, we step our game up 10 times. I did that when I first started doing this, and I first got a death threat and harassed. I said, screw it. I told them on the phone, you're going to keep messing with me, I'm going to step my game up. That's when I confronted John Edwards, Rudolph Giuliani, and David Rockefeller all in 1 week with the We Are Change guys here and girls with me that were part of the organization at that time. And then they stopped calling me after that. Now they're doing other things. So we're saying, all right, keep interrogating my friends about me, Department of Homeland Security. Keep pulling us over at gunpoint. Keep trying to harass us. This is what we do. We're stepping our game up. We're not going to be intimidated. We're not afraid. And May 31st, first day of Bilderberg, is going to be a huge day for the info war.
Absolutely, man. Well, you're setting a great example of not backing down and letting them know that we're just as capable of stepping up our game as well. I heard through the grapevine that your confrontation with Lord Rothschild is a doozy, so I can't wait to see that one. But I'll be out there on the fields broadcasting as well, so I'll have to wait until I get back to see some of that footage. But this, of course, is also to help raise funds, somewhat of a donation drive, a money bomb. I want to encourage everybody out there to donate to Luke. I mean, he is putting himself out there, putting himself on the line. It's not easy work that he is doing, and he really needs our help because in a week from now, I feel that with Luke's broadcasting and everyone else who is going to be there, we have the power to, I liken it to like a small pebble being dropped into a pond where the ripple effects can reach all ends of the pond. And I think we're going to see that in the coming week or so with Luke's coverage, with some of the broadcasts that are going to be going out over the airwaves. We have the potential to reach millions of people with this message that a very secretive elite group known as the Bilderberg meets every single year. So again, Luke, we're really looking forward to your coverage, and I'm looking forward to hooking up with you down there in Chantilly in a couple days, man.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing you. You do amazing work, and I encourage everybody to support organic journalists. A lot of people say independent journalists. I like organic journalists like yourself. You're doing great work. Keep everything up that you're doing. Can't wait to meet up with you, and it's going to be an awesome time, man. It's going to be amazing. I hope people who are watching and listening also will come out and be there in person. It's a lot better than just watching on your screen. But keep up the great work, man, and I can't wait to see you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no doubt. This is going to be a year the Bilderberg Group is never going to forget. So thanks again for joining us, man, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Awesome.
Take care.